The APNU-AFC has issued what it calls an official response to accusations from the People's Progressive Party Civic, saying that as a government, we have a duty to ensure our country is not portrayed as the PPP were trying to do. We are an independent democratic country, and our government respect the Constitution, live by the rule of law, and abide by the decisions of our courts. Every country has a right to protect its interests. On Wednesday, the People's Progressive Party Civic stated that it is compelled to respond to a preposterous document titled Dossier Ghana Elections 2020. The lobbying firm hired by the coalition is JJ and B LLC based in Washington. It is being reported that the move by the administration seeks out officials of the executive and legislative branches of the U.S. government in order to bring resolution to disputes regarding Ghana's recent presidential election and in order to improve relations between Ghana and the United States. On Thursday, though, Joseph Harmon, campaign manager of the APNU-AFC, said there was an incorrect narrative which was being peddled by the PPP and which needed to be corrected.
There's a false narrative that had been created by the PPP and perpetuated by a company which they retained in the United States for that purpose. And that narrative was making its rounds all across the world in world capitals. And that we believed as a government, it was our duty, our responsibility to ensure that our narrative, the facts as they occurred, should be placed there in these capitals. And therefore, we felt it was necessary to have a company that has that access to be able to put out our side of the story. What you are seeing circulating now as a dossier that was circulated was a dossier that was prepared some time ago.
Rubbishing the PPP claims that the dossier being circulated was a secret, Harmon highlighted that the document was given to the heads of CARICOM in the past, but is now getting traction because of where it is coming from.
And so I say that this has now caught the attention of everybody, not so much as the content of it, but from where it is coming. And I believe that as a country, as a government, we have a right to ensure that the developments which have taken place in this country, that they ought not to be derailed by virtue of a narrative which goes out there that is contrary to the facts of what is happening here in Guyana.
Harmon also made it clear that the monies paid to the lobbying firm is not coming from government coffers.
And our supporters and friends abroad have come together, put together the little $100, $2,000 and things like that, and they are paying for this. No money has come from the government treasury.
Early last year, the PPP inked a contract with Mercury Public Affairs. That contract totaled over $150,000 to arrange meetings with the executive branch and the Congress of the United States, the Organization of American States, and think tanks in connection with issues relating to the then anticipated general and regional elections. The contract between the firm and the party at the time spanned March 5 through January 5, 2019.
We're getting every cent of it worth. Every cent worth is worth it. The thing is that I'm not going to share all the details of our engagement and so the day-to-day working of the company, but they're working on our behalf. We have seen evidence of this.
Handel Duncan H, GP Nightly News.